Welcome to our 2018 Field Day video. Field Day is an annual amateur radio event where we practice our emergency communication skills. It's a lot of work, but also a lot of fun. Field Day starts at 2 o'clock this afternoon, but for us, Field Day started 2 days ago.
It's the last thing that'll go on.
Not this one.
All right, so the
these elements should slide in there, shouldn't they?
they actually go on top of the load and through the back gate.
We have any bungee cords we can put it on top of.
These guys are all going to go on the top of the AB952s that are there.
All right, before you do that, well, go ahead and bring the one, but
they're going right on top of that.
The stakes over here.
Pretty impressive the way this is packed.
Well, we've got a logistician for our packer.
Well, we also have a club trailer which took a lot of the bulky stuff.
Well,
oh, last time coming back, I was glad Bruce Semple followed me home. This trailer was, doing the
heebie-jeebies.
It was, all over the place.
And what was it? Flat tire?
No, I don't know what. I think it was. Some of it may have been air because every 2 hours I had to pump these things up.
So this is it. We're done, right?
Almost. Just got to tie the load down, and it's well packed and well balanced.
I got to tell you, right on time. You're storing at your place.
Tonight it's going in my garage, where it'll be safe from the weather. And tomorrow morning I pick Tom up here at 6:45. We go back to my place. We hitch this trailer up, pull it to Damascus, and hope it's not raining in the morning so that the gear stays dry.
Amen. So thanks, Tom, for donating the equipment for Field Day and for the trailer and everything. It makes it Field Day. Thank you.
I'm going up your way, towards your way. So I would not...
Yeah, if you can follow me up, I'm going up 270 to Montrose. I'll get off there.
Oh, okay. Well, I can follow you from there because I'm up in Rockville.
Yep.
All right. See you in the morning. Thanks, Bill. And look who's here, the president of the Damascus Emergency Communications Team. Hi, Ron. How are you?
What a beautiful day for Field Day.
Beautiful day for ducks.
Absolutely.
So once again, here we get to partner with you, your fabulous Damascus Emergency Communications Team. You guys are always so awesome. So we really appreciate you, and we appreciate your partnership and this beautiful pavilion that you have and allow us to participate in.
And if we didn't have it and it was raining like it is today, we would be hellishly miserable.
That's true.
Well, we're happy to do it.
Oh, well, thank you. So any words of wisdom before we start this Friday of preparations?
Well, I was reminded at the last Montgomery Amateur Radio Club meeting that emergencies don't happen when it's sunny and bright out and 70 degrees. So this is typical weather for emergencies. So here we are.
Yeah, so here we are. Let's get some good training, realistic training, right?
Absolutely.
All right, thanks, Ron. Bye-bye. Hey, Paul and Glenn, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Fine, fine, fine. Give your call signs for the purpose of the audience.
N3RQB, W1GHR.
That's official now. So are you guys ready to get to work on setting up the antennas for Field Day?
Sure.
As you look out the at the rain. You know, this will be fun, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and if it's not fun, we're going to tell ourselves it's fun. All right. So what any words of wisdom as we get started today?
Stay dry, stay safe.
Stay safe. Yeah, we're not going to stay dry, but we can stay safe. Yep. All right, thank you. And here we have Glenn.
KC3CMT.
You got to eat. You got to hydrate and you got to eat because we got a big day ahead of us. Yes, Dunkin' Donuts, God's food.
All you got to do is look up and open your mouth to hydrate. So.
That's true, that's true. And we have your sky hooks again this year.
Yep.
Those are fabulous because those go up over the rafters and make the job of putting the cables through
Running our power cables and network cables.
so much easier.
Yep.
I mean, you know, it's that kind of brilliant idea that makes the thing work better.
His idea, I just made it happen. And we appreciate it a lot.
Well, good good. Thank you very much. Any words of wisdom for today?
Keep your head above water.
Hopefully. Thanks. Hey, Hank.
Hi, this is N3ESR, the erroneous signal reporter for Field Day.
So how's it going? Yeah, you have been fabulous in coordinating this field day. Thank you so much.
Well, you're more than welcome, but I did not plan for this rain. That's not my doing. We'll have to blame that on the weatherman.
But we're going to do just fine in it, right?
Oh, absolutely. We'll get all those antennas up and we'll get the signals going out, and that'll drive the rain away.
So what's the plan for Friday? What are we doing today and to get ready for tomorrow?
We're setting up the tilt-up tower and getting everything prepared. And tomorrow we'll probably finish on the south side with the other antennas.
So let's tell the people, the north side is where the pavilion is.
Yes, that's behind me.
That's behind you, and if we turn this across the street...
South side.
Right.
Across the street is our trailer.
That is our brand new trailer?
Yes, ma'am.
I had not noticed it. We got to go over there and take a look. But I think I'll wait. Yeah, I think I'll wait till it stops.
I'll say wait for the sunshine.
Amen. Maybe by this afternoon.
Very good.
So, it's the first time. Hello, Alex.
Hey, Tom. Nice to see you again.
Good to see you. Welcome to Field Day 2018.
As always, you are such a wonderful and gracious host. We really appreciate you letting us use this wonderful facility here at the Damascus Volunteer Fire Department Activity Center.
You bet. We're glad to have you. I hope we'll have you back for many more years to come.
You are wonderful, and we really appreciate you. Our members are always so grateful, and we're so excited to come here. You've got this beautiful amount of land that we can install all our antennas and operate, and everybody, and we work with your Damascus Emergency Communications Team, who are fabulous people. Fabulous people. So,
well, Alex, maybe this weather will clear up and we can get something done today.
yeah. If not, we can sit here and drink some coffee and do some planning. Because seriously, a lot of this stuff, if you want to do good operations, got to have some planning up front.
Got to have some planning, and this is a perfect day for it.
Yes, it is. Thank you.
Perfect day, isn't it, Tom?
True for that.
Yes.
So thanks to Tom on the board of directors for the Damascus Volunteer Fire Department. Thank you so much for all you do to support us.
You're welcome. Glad to have you.
Thank you. Hey, Glenn, how you doing?
WNGHR, Glenn, doing good.
What do you think so far? Friday, here we are out here doing our work, getting ready for field day.
Yes, and hopefully it will stop raining soon, so we're young kids.
Well, I see the guys are out there already, and what are they doing?
Measuring off.
Hey, guys! What are we doing out here?
We are surveying the antenna field for the location of the mast and the tower.
So what's going on the north side here?
So we're getting ready to, we've located the base of the tilt-up tower in the right position, and we have put in 3 stakes in the ground. Each of those stakes will have an AB-155 mast going 40 feet up. They are about 130 feet apart on this line for the 80-meter dipole, and we're about 68 feet that way for the 40-meter dipole.
And
it will be perpendicular roughly to the 80-meter.
Great, great.
And the tri-bander will be on top of the tilt-up 40-foot Rohde 25, and it will be a 10, 15, and 20-meter tri-bander.
Terrific. Hey, Joe. How you doing?
Okay.
Hey, Ken. Another field day.
There you go. And you're out with your camera in the cold weather.
Annoying people.
Well, look, you better get the antenna there. That's the important.
So which antenna is this that we're about to put up?
That's the tri-bander.
And this is the one that always is pretty exciting to get up there. It's very cool.
One of the best antennas we have. And
The timing.
They take at least an hour to put up, maybe an hour and a half. We start early in the morning, you know, we start as early as
The problem is they're talking about rain early. I mean, I have not seen the revised forecast, but every forecast update I've had
as long as
is
it's
worse.
not thunder.
Well, we could put it up in the rain.
Yeah, we're going to have to.
All right, well, we'll just have to see, I'll be
I mean,
honest
we can
with you.
continue to work as long as people will help us tonight, but it's already, yeah, it's
Well,
5:45.
I have to go home and load the generator.
And then screws back. But the hole is the safety wire. But the shackle has got to be in place for a while. You put safety wire through the hole, and you run it around the heft.
This hole?
This hole right here, and you run it around the heft, which meant that no matter how many times this jiggles, the shackle pin cannot turn. It cannot back out. That's why you put safety wire.
Hey, John.
Hey, Alex. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Well, I'm doing well right now, but around 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. I'm not going to be so well.
That's right, you're doing
okay.
the graveyard shift.
Yes.
Good for you. Thank you for doing that.
Oh, you're quite welcome. Glad to help out the club.
Yeah, so what are we doing here as we look out?
Well, what they're doing here is, this is a tri-bander antenna, covers the 10, 15, and 20 meter bands.
Mm-hmm.
And it's on a tower. So what they're going to be doing is they're going to be elevating the tower. And normally the way this is done is you'd have people under the tower walking it up, and you'd have people behind it with a halyard pulling on it. With this particular tower, it's a little bit different. It has a very innovative system called a falling derrick. So what these fellas are going to do here is they're assembling a mast. They're going to put the mast at the base of the tower and pull that down, which will raise the tower. That's called a falling derrick. It's actually quite innovative. It's
wow.
Been around for a couple of years.
Wow, it's going to be interesting to watch then.
Yep.
Go up, up, up. Okay, yeah, no, there.
Hang on a second. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, Louis, how you doing?
I'm cold. I really dressed correctly for this.
I know it's drizzling a little bit. It's like
drizzle. It's the wind, the cold weather. Completely unexpected for apparently the second day of summer or something like that.
yeah, I know.
So
I feel for you.
I'll learn. Hopefully.
Definitely not before today, though, right?
No.
Yeah,
Tomorrow
but
I'll be better prepared.
yes, tomorrow's going to be 85, that they say.
Oh.
Yeah, you can wear the same outfit tomorrow and be comfortable.
Oh, okay.
Except it's got to dry out first.
Yeah.
So what are we doing here?
We're about to raise this tower, I think.
All right, well, let's watch it go. Awesome. Thanks, Louis.
Everybody in here, please, by me.
So, Rebecca, what do you think?
Fascinating.
So this is your first field day, isn't it?
Yes.
And you are turning into quite the pro already, learning all about this latest adventure in putting up antennas.
We're ready.
So what have you learned so far?
All right, come out of that zone, Hank.
We'll talk later.
All right, now.
How about now, Terry?
Right there.
Right there. Right there.
Got it.
All right, now we got to take some to Terry. We got to have some slack in that one, but not much.
I say to the guys, you got it right there. Just tighten it up. We're good. Lock it.
Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I'm KC3LLI, and I'll be operating at 3 in the morning with my dad, which is my first big radio event.
Wow, that is so exciting. So you're going to be here overnight?
Yes, we're going to be here overnight, and I'm going to try to make a contact, or multiple contacts, at 3 in the morning and see if anyone's there.
Awesome. So how long have you had your amateur radio license?
About a month now. I took my radio test on May 12th after taking one of David's classes. And
David W2LNX.
W2LNX, and studying for about a month and a half, and I passed the test with only one wrong.
Congratulations! So how old are you, Rebecca, can I ask?
I am 15, and in November I will be 16.
Wow, and you have a lifetime of amateur radio ahead of you.
I am so excited. This is a very underrated hobby that not many people know about, and I am ready and willing to be an advocate for this hobby.
You are amazing. Welcome to Amateur Radio. We are lucky to have you.
Thank you.
Well, Ted, it's the end of a day, Friday, day before a field day. How did we do?
Well, we did better than I expected. I thought the weather was going to be much more of a factor, but we got at least 3 antennas up.
Thursday, we had a loadout at Tom W3 TDH's house. Yesterday, we did a lot of the setup of the antennas, both here next to the pavilion and across the street. Our guys have been hard at work from early morning till late at night. So let's go see what everybody's doing.
Vic, WB2U.
How are you doing?
All right, watching everybody here. We're trying to get underway.
So are you going to be operating CW today?
I'll look for opportunities to do it. I'm not a station captain this year, but I'll go around with my hat in hand, my key.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how you doing?
Good.
Alex.
We met last dinner meeting.
Yes, you used to be a member of the club. You were past president, right?
VP.
VP.
No, president. VP.
So glad to see you up for field day.
Yep.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
So we are earning 200 points as we speak. So
here we are with David.
W2LNX.
And
Michael Thomas.
What's your call sign?
It's hidden here.
He's a relatively new hand.
KC3JVB. I have to keep reading it off.
All right, and Rebecca.
KC3LLI.
Okay, so we're all here. We are gathered to do what? David?
So we
Yes.
are sending 10 National Traffic Service messages over WinLink, which connects to a remote email gateway in the mountains to about 20 miles away to the KN3R-10 WinLink email gateway, and this will earn us 200 points.
Wonderful. I'm going to walk around here. Let's take a look at this thing. So explain what we're doing.
So this is what's happening on the wire.
Yes.
And I'm going to turn up the volume so the microphone on the will hear the packet racket.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a venerable FT1500. This is a venerable from 30 years ago. KPC, that's a Cantronics KPC 9612 Plus. For demonstrations and emergency communications, I like to use hardware that's been proven over decades worth of work because it works, and then I tinker with software and other homemade circuits. And this is what's going on. So every time it dispatches it,
I'm reaching over you. I hope you don't mind.
Go ahead. We'll see that. And then over here, so our queue should. Oh wow, we already sent 5 already. 5 at a time.
It's like it did 5 and then got a complete and then it's doing 5 more.
Yeah, so it'll drain the queue. So we have from 10 over here.
Which one are you? Where's you?
Well, these are the outgoing.
Yeah, that's like the printer spool. That's waiting for this to go through.
Or what I call the queue.
Yeah.
And so you can see what's going on here. So this is dropped to 0 and everything's connected. And I got more messages to send, and we can get another couple hundred points.
Boy, good luck, you guys. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
How many points do we have so far?
Not in your head. So you've got
So, Kilo Victor 3 Bravo.
Nope, he didn't hear us. Well, we've got the option to try the CQ call because he's not hearing us. He's got more than enough people to come in and make the call.
17.
Okay. Just leave it at that.
So what are we doing here?
We are grounding the various stations to a common ground point. It's right here.
Oh, that's why you have to measure everything?
Yeah, we want the shortest ground cable we can get that reaches.
Because safety first, right?
We want to have everything grounded properly before we start operating.
Hi, Alex.
Hey, Robert.
K3RRR. And instead of the Taj Mahal, this is the Tent Mahal.
This is where you're going to be?
This is it.
Very
this
nice.
Is satellite operation, and it's also FT8 for a field day, which is extremely experimental. We're about ready to find out if the experiment's going to work or not.
I hear a lot of discussion about FT8. Is that why you're trying it? Because it's new and kind of...
These are my two primary modes at home, satellites and FT8. And FT8 was not designed for field day, and we've come up with a group of us on Facebook have come up with a methodology for making that work. So we're anxious to see if it works as well as we think it will. So whenever they get my 175-foot long wire up, we'll be able to try that. I think we're probably within 10 or 20 minutes of having the satellite antenna ready.
So this is a satellite antenna?
Yeah, that's it.
Let me stand back and take a look. Hey, Tom. You guys are doing awesome here. Hey, Elias.
This is for 2 meters, and this one is for 70 centimeters. It has azimuth and elevation, and it'll do the full half sphere, everything, and it's uplink and downlink.
What are you going to do with this thing now?
Well, what is going to happen is once it lifts up like this, we're going to push it up, whoops, like this, and then it goes on that hinge thing.
Right.
It goes vertical, and that's all hinged. It latches. It goes straight up in the air, and then you can look at satellites over here, over there, anywhere.
Perfect. Thank you.
There you go.
Hey, Dennis, did you find the second card hat? You know where the second one? All right. I need a logger then. Can somebody log?
So next one is called CQ.
W3BBB.
W0 Mike.
So what band are you on?
Right now we're on 40 and we're operating on the club call, which is Whiskey 3 Mike.
Well, don't let me interrupt you. You go ahead and do your magic.
Okay, thank you.
We know you're our rock star. You're our #1 scorer.
I'm going to try.
So it's magic?
It's magic when Lori does it.
So the logger.
Yes, and you're the logger, right?
The logger, yeah.
CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day, CQ Field Day, Whiskey 3 Mike, Whiskey 3 Mike calling CQ Field Day. Okay, I had several of you come back. If you could try again, I'll try and pull one out. Whiskey 4, if you could give me the rest, Whiskey 4. Alpha Delta Papa, QSL. We are Whiskey 3 Mike, Whiskey 3 Mike, 4 Alpha, 1, 2, 3, 4 Alpha, Mike Delta Charlie. QSL?
So it looks like we have a father-daughter team today.
Yep. Got to start them out.
Oh, absolutely. So how did you like it?
I haven't started doing it.
Oh.
She's still refreshing her memory from last year.
Oh, so she's going to be a professional. Can you tell your name for the people that are watching this?
Elizabeth.
Beautiful name. Elizabeth sounds like a scientist in the making.
W0QC.
You're welcome. And proud Papa.
Yeah. Keep going. Somebody's got to find you.
Victor 3, Bravo, Field Day.
Perfect. All right. Good strong line. That was perfect. Right?
Kilo, Victor 3, Bravo, Field Day.
Very good.
Yeah. You know, I mean, it's oh, thing.
Sasha, for you. Roger.
Here we are with Glenn and his beautiful daughter Beth, passing on amateur radio to the next gorgeous generation. So Beth, what do you think of amateur radio?
It's pretty fun. It basically, it's just really fun for kids to do and grown-ups. It's just really fun.
You know, and that's the best reason to do it. And it's also really important, right?
Can be.
So while you're having fun, you're also picking up skills you can use during emergencies.
Practicing for the future.
Yes, just in case you needed to contact with people if you were in danger.
Excellent. This is exactly what we're for. We are here because we're part of the community to help the community.
And have fun.
And that's right, and have fun, most important.
Play fun tech stuff.
All right. All right, you guys, go have some fun.
I think that's copywritten. I don't think you can say bippity bob.
All right, so here we're here with two of our club members.
Andrew, KC3KFU.
And I'm Bruce, W3SCI.
Both of you, this is your first year? And no, this is your second year, Bruce.
No, my first field day for both of us.
Yeah.
Wow, so what do you guys think?
It's quite the production. We've got a whole ton of antennas around. Spent a good chunk of yesterday putting them up. Learned a lot in the process. Yep.
Big operation. My daughter made her first ever contacts on HF.
So did
she talked to, even though these won't count for points, she talked to a man in Mexico and a man in Spain. She was tickled, and she stayed up all night in the CW station in the trailer.
Wow. That's dedication.
Yeah, she's having a ball.
Now, your daughter, Rebecca, is how old?
She is 15.
The next generation.
Yep, and she's probably going to sleep for the next 2 days.
Well, thank you guys. I don't mean to take you away. You did an awesome job because we started out Thursday, loading the stuff up into the trailer. Friday, you guys breaking your backs.
Yep.
Yesterday, same thing. And today, it's not finished because once we finish operating, because this is Sunday, so once we finish operating,
We'll tear it down.
then we take it all.
Yep, and that's going to be mostly Andrew because I'm about shot.
Okay, thanks a
I
lot.
slept in bed last night, so I'm good to go.
Okay, great. We're going to need some strong backs. Thanks a lot, guys.
You know how to use the notch filter.
So am I supposed to log this? How do I log it?
You have a lock how to use it.
Huh? I have. I logged CW and I logged a little bit over there.
It's the same thing. It's, you know, what I do is I'll usually write it down, but I like to test it first because there's a lot of dupes now. I'm in the same band that I'm copying.
So you're writing these down.
Right, I'm writing mine down just so I can personally just keep it. I've already got about 65 contacts, so I can look back pretty quickly and see if I actually worked one. But this is the most reliable way to know whether you have a duplicate or not.
You cross those out because you already worked them.
Or I just check them off, and if I hear them on here and I test it in there and it says dupe, then we just, you know, backspace back to clear that out, and then go on to the next contact. So, but if you're not experienced listening, sometimes you won't get it before I do. So you can always look over here and see what I've written and then type that in and see if it comes up. If it doesn't say dupe, then we're going to try to make contact with them and we're going to get the Okay?
Yes.
Give it a try.
Let's go find some random station. This is kind of...
Let's see what I can find because I've worked a lot of them already.
Yeah, across the road, people over there.
Yankee Radio Charlie. So try it.
What?
Try that.
Oh, oops.
He acknowledged it, but he lost it.
Is this on caps lock?
YRC.
9.
So do you want to be a go coach for a few minutes?
Hold on. We want him, if I can get it.
Gentleman has some questions. You guys know each other?
He comes back.
You know Isaac?
Whiskey 9 Radio Charlie?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Okay, my fault. I've been up all night, so.
Yeah, you have.
I'm punchy.
Whiskey 3 Mike, Whiskey 3 Mike, Whiskey 3 Mike.
Okay, he's got you. It's good. It's good. He got you the first time.
And slowing in and out all over. It's ducting everywhere and people are going
Here we are with our CW station.
Hi, I'm Mark, N4DR. We're having a great time running CW on 40 meters. I did try 15, but there wasn't much activity there, nor was there much activity on 10. So 40 seems to be the band to be, and we're doing quite nicely.
Wonderful, wonderful. So how many contacts have you made already?
About 65.
Terrific, terrific. And we get double points for CW, don't we?
That is correct, and digital also.
Wonderful, wonderful. And we've been running digital out of here, haven't we?
That is correct. Yeah, overnight they were running digital, mostly PSK 31.
Wonderful. Well, won't disturb you anymore. Thanks so much for coming and for doing the CW for us.
You're most welcome.
The pictures.
All right, and we have.
My name is Vijay. I have a call sign Alpha Bravo 3 Victor Zulu.
I'm John. I'm KC3JUY.
I'm Jack. I'm KC3JML.
And Jack, you're somebody's son here.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're bringing the next generation up, right, John?
That's right.
Yes, and you were involved before in amateur radio.
I am on and off. Want to get back into it. There's a break of almost 2 years, I think. Mostly SSB, a little bit CW, but
yes,
it's kind of I'm lost right now.
We can use we can use CW people.
Okay.
Yes,
I
yes.
pick it up. I just lost contact.
And here we are. You guys are inside our new emergency communications trailer. What do you think?
It's nice.
That's great.
Yeah, I think I'd like to learn more about it. Maybe I should join the Mark Club.
Well, maybe you should.
Definitely.
Since I'm retired now.
Yes. Okay, well, thanhanks a lot, guys.
Thank you.
Enjoy yourselves at Field Day. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm David, W2LNX, and to get 100 extra bonus points we're doing an educational activity, and this is a presentation on getting started with digital modes, and I'm deliberately using an old radio, just because then you can see all the parts. I like to use digital modes, narrowband digital modes on HF when I do HF.
We're here at the GOTA station with David. Hi, David.
Hi, Dave Hyde, November 3 Alpha Delta Echo. I've run the GOTA station now for about 3 years. And it's really a lot of fun because I get to work with the kids and I get to show off my ham radio stuff and explain questions that they may have. Many of them have gone through W2LNX's technician and general classes, so they're always eager to learn new stuff. Sometimes they have misconceptions, things that they kind of learned but they still have a question about, so we try to help them clear that up or find the appropriate resource to answer those questions. But if you look over here, you can see how we set the station up. We have basically an ICOM 7300. We can operate off commercial power because we're a GOTA, get on the air station. And our mission is to bring people in that don't have experience operating HF or have very little experience and want to get some practice in with and get an idea of what emergency communications or communications under difficult conditions are in this kind of environment. So we have storms, we have bad weather, we have cold, we have hot days, but we always have fun days, or for the most part anyway. Some of the kids are like, can I go now? But usually they come back in a short amount of time after they've gotten liquid refreshment or something else, and they want to operate again. They're like, gee, that was fun, I think I'll come back and try it again. So that's great. We log their time and we get some bonus credit for the QSOs, which is nice for our contesting stuff, but that's not the real reason we do this. We do this because we want to encourage people to come into the hobby. So that's our main purpose here, and we hope to be successful because a lot of statistics point to the fact that sometimes up to 60% of new hams lose interest because they don't have anybody to mentor them. So we try to foster that mentorship and start it off with people that they can ask questions of and learn something in the process.
Thank you. You are always like one of our main attractions on our field days, and the work you do with new hams, young kids, doesn't matter the age, your patience and your guidance, probably a lot of them it's the first time they've ever touched a rig.
Could be.
And so you gently in your own way lead them through the process and get them acquainted with it. So Thank you.
It's a gadget. It's got push buttons and twirly things, you know?
Yes.
What kid wouldn't like it?
Of any age.
Right, exactly.
Thank you so much, David. Hey, Bill. We're talking to Bill, who helped with the antennas, and is really kind of one of our resident antenna experts. Exhausted?
Sweaty. I'm Bill, KB3WKK. It may even be faded out of the helmet by now because it's so hot and sweaty today. We had good weather the last couple of days, except for Friday morning we had a lot of rain, and that slowed down the field. We also didn't have nearly the number of volunteers on Friday that we normally do, so that slowed down a lot the assembly, especially the larger, heavier pieces of equipment that need multiple people to put them up safely. But we somehow managed by Saturday at about 8 o'clock to put up everything that we thought we were going to put up. We did have some problems with equipment from a variety of sources, and that slowed us down some more. But most of the weather on Saturday was good. We also had quite a few more volunteers come in on Saturday morning. As a result, we got a whole lot done before noon on Saturday. And you know, I felt like this is great. The only problem was by the time we had it all up, it was 8 o'clock on Saturday night, and we had to start taking things down at noon on Sunday. And here we are at almost 2 o'clock on Sunday. They'll be stopping operations soon, and we have to take down all this wonderful equipment. This is an AB 952, which is a jack-up type tower. You jack it up basically in sections of 5 feet each, and it runs up and up and up. And what's on top of this is a 6-meter beam and a VHF UHF reflector, sort of corner reflector antenna. And this comes down the same way it goes up. You have to basically lower it section by section. The sections unsnap, out they come, another section comes down. 1950 Army technology, Army radio core technology. You see the rest of the antenna field on the north side out here. There are three AB 155 masts. They're the thin poles, 5-foot sections with lots of guys on them. They go up 40 feet. We have an 80 meter between two AB 155s that is suspended from a yard arm in the middle of the tilt-up tower out here, which has a 10, 15, and 20 meter beam on top of it with a motorized rotator. Over here we have one of our members has got, I believe, a WinLink VHF antenna sitting on the ground. Beyond that, right in the foreground here is another AB 155, which has a 40 meter horizontal wire dipole suspended from the other side of the tilt-up tower yard arm. That's a lot of information. Round the other side of the end of the building is a vertical AB 86 mast that has a vertical whip on top of it and can be tuned from, I believe I heard it can be tuned from 80 all the way down to 2 meters. That takes care of the north side. The south side over across the road, there's a long wire antenna between two tripoded Rohde H30s with a Unan on the top of it to balance it and match it. There's another AB 952, which is over between the car and the tent, and that's another one of the jack-up masts like the one we just saw at the beginning. We were going to put a tri-bander on top of that, but we found out the tri-bander was in such bad shape that we couldn't get a match that was even reasonable. We couldn't tune it, so we had to take it down and simply use it as a vertical mast. From the top of that jack-up tower are an 80 meter and a 40 meter horizontal wire dipole, which are suspended by 3 other AB 155 mast kits. So as you can see, we use 6 AB 155 mast sets because they're relatively easy to put together. They only take 4 people to raise and lower, and they store into just a 5-foot tall stack that's about 6 by 8 around this way, 5 feet tall, and you can put 6 or 7 of them in the back of an Explorer and still have plenty of room. So that's our antenna setup.
Well, it's Sunday, and official end of field day is 2 o'clock this afternoon. We had a lot of fun, a lot of visitors, families. It's always good to see those. Fathers bringing their sons, their daughters, mothers visiting, seeing what's up with amateur radio, and it's a fabulous time. So once 2 o'clock hits, everything that we put up on Friday and Saturday is now going to come back down. So let's see what everybody's doing. I am here with Ken, our official photographer.
It's over.
It's over.
It's over.
Great job, by the way, Ken. Ken always captures all these great images for us. So one more year, Ken, K3YEE.
Yes. Well, the sun came out and it was beautiful today, which sure makes it better than Friday.
Oh.
Friday was the weather god was not with us on Friday.
No, Friday was not a good day.
But anyway, they have nice weather to take down the antennas, but they had terrible weather trying to put it up Friday.
I know.
So, see what we get next year.
Oh, God. Let's just get through this year. Thank you,
See
Ken.
you next year.
See you next year. We're talking to Vanya, who is brand new to amateur radio. This is your first field day, right, Vanya?
This is.
What did you think?
It was amazing. It was a great experience.
What did you like best? What are some of your high points?
Definitely the GOTA station. Being able to get 30 QSOs in a day was amazing.
Wow, go to get on the air, right?
Right?
So you're going to get your license?
Yes, very soon.
Awesome. You know, we have an education officer very eager to get his hands on you and teach you so you get your license. And then you come and join us at our meetings, come and join us in our missions, because we do public service events and we help with emergency communications. And we are very happy to have you on board with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. So let's get back to work. So we're here with Ed.
Hi. Ed, KB3CJJ.
Who is doing our outfitting of our trailer that we bought last year at Burdett Brothers. Fabulous people, by the way, those dealers.
Absolutely.
So what have we got here, Ed?
So we a donation of 2 metal shelves. We've installed the first one. The whole point is to anchor it in a way where if it doesn't fit, doesn't solve our needs, we can unscrew it, unbolt it, and move it.
So you installed like these wood beams here.
That's to anchor it to the verticals. There's vertical steel columns holding up the plywood. So we anchored it to that. We anchored it to the ground, so it shouldn't move. We have these straps to keep things on the shelves temporarily, but I've already got another idea to replace these. The second shelf will go here in some form, because we also have the 4 reels of coax that we have to figure out how we're going to deploy. So it may be. Shelves may go in a certain way, or it may go with a different rack and different size shelves. So it's all a matter of figuring this out.
Right.
So suggestions are very popular.
Well, and then you put a counter in the front.
The counter was purchased as the station. The counter is anchored. It'll support about 400 pounds. The shelves say it'll do 700. It's also been carved out, so everything from the center here to the left is DC. From the center here to the right will be AC once we put in get the generator and get the rest of the wiring hooked up.
And what have you got up here, Ed?
That's the power distribution panels. So it comes up here AC attached to the batteries underneath.
And let me see the batteries. Oh, I see.
So you got the 2 batteries underneath. So so when that's all interconnected, there's an inverter there that can bring up AC. We also have direct DC grounding for everything. And then when the generator is on the outside of the trailer, it'll connect to this.
Okay.
And
now you got a solar panel on the roof.
Solar panels on the roof. We also have two of the 3 racks are on the roof. A club member has graciously donated the 3rd one, which will take the trailer up to Burdett Brothers, and they'll install that in the coming weeks.
Terrific.
And we Al had the naming, the stuff, the wording created online, and we just put that on beginning of the week. Looks like somebody put the RF hazard sticker on finally.
Yeah. Yep. And in the front, so you're going to have a crank-up mast.
The crank-up mast is going to be on this side.
Because Al got a $3,900 grant.
Right. So the crank-up mast will be mounted on the front here. There'll also be, we talked about a distribution panel that we'll put on the front that'll go through for all the antennas and the cat power and everything like that, so the generator will sit outside.
Perfect. Thanks a lot. You're doing awesome work. Really appreciate it. If we had to pay you, we couldn't afford you.
We try.
Thank you.
This keeps me busy.
All right. Uh-oh. Thunder. Got to go. It is 3:20 on Sunday afternoon, and guess what just started happening again? More rain. As long as the thunder doesn't come, we're okay. All right. Let's see what else is going on.
Yeah, finally this morning got the 6-meter antenna working, and the band was very wide open. Worked stations as far away as Utah and Nevada.
Wonderful, wonderful. And the equipment got put up, a little delayed because of the rain.
Well, Hank and I sort of sacrificed our operating time yesterday so we could see the other critical path antennas up.
Yeah.
The long wire across the street.
Well, you did awesome work. Thank you so much. I know you put a lot of time in up front, fixing antennas and getting everything ready.
I like that part.
Well, we like that. You like that part.
People that did, but
yeah. Well, thank you so much.
The younger people.
Yes.
Stronger people.
Stronger people. Yes.
Right.
Thank you. Time to take down the sky hooks. That was a great invention by Glenn Tucker a couple of years ago. Saves us hours in running, instead of running cables through rafters. We have those we can just hook them onto. Hey Louis, what are you doing?
I'm video bombing you because I want to go home.
It's nice of you to hang out to the bitter end.
We need to trim this to like 1/6 of what we've been
Yes, we're going to be talking about this afterwards and seeing how we can, lessons learned, what we can do better next time. But you know what, people like you, I really appreciate what you do. Thank you, because I know this is Sunday night and everybody wants to go home,
well, you know,
and you almost slipped out of here.
That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Okay, so what are they taking down?
Taking
down, looks like the 6-meter and
oh yeah, they're taking down a small beam antenna. Yagi made it.
Anybody wanting to take care of the tower? I guess that's the next job. Split us up. Rolling bolt development.
Yeah, because technology developed faster and all.
Yeah, it's not, we're kind of top left still. I can see it moving. Oh, that's why it moved away.
Just so we had the logo in sight.
All right. Field Day 2018 is gone into the books.
All right, yay. Safe driving.
You too.
Thanks.
See you, Tom.
All right, Ed, safe driving. And thanks to the guys that hung in one more day to load all that stuff back into Tom's shed on Monday. You guys are awesome. See you all next year.